At number one, it's the Dallas Cowboys. Stephen A. Smith, by the end of the season, is not going to be laughing. Trust me. The Cowboys are for real. Their defense is for real, and their offense is clicking and looking good. They just put up 30 against a great defense, the Jets. Number two is the Niners. Brock Purdy, I told you, the real deal. They just roll down the field, just completing passes and running game, and their defense is awesome. Number two is the Niners. Cowboys and the Niners in the NFC Championship game, I could totally see it. Number three is the Eagles. Could be a close two, but coming up, the Eagles have a really tough schedule. Outside of their division, Chiefs, Bills, Niners, Dolphins. That's who the Eagles play. Chiefs, Bills, Niners, and Dolphins. It's going to be a tough ride for the Eagles to stay atop the top five, but I think they'll get it done. Number four is the Dolphins, and the Dolphins are strong and a lot stronger than you think. And really, the public's not backing them that much, but they will be. The Dolphins are strong. They're going to win the AFC East, I think. Number five is the Chiefs. They're always scary with Patrick Mahomes and the Kelsey, and their defense is getting stronger. They just held the Jags to, 9 points? The Jags had a pretty good offense as well. Chiefs, number five. Number six, the Baltimore Ravens. Now 25-5 against the spread as underdogs. Just beat the Bengals. Lamar, he's going to be the real deal this year. And the Ravens without Dobbins, they can hang. Justice Hill is fine, and Gus Edwards is fine as well. Ravens receivers look good too. And their defense is pretty strong. Ravens, number six. Coming in number seven, the Buffalo Bills. Obviously, they could jump with a couple more wins. And if they go, 5-1, 6-1, the Bills can jump up. They're strong. Number eight, we're going to put the Jacksonville Jags. They're 1-1, and they could easily be 2-0. They could have beat the Chiefs the other day, but simply the Jags are in the top 10, and they can move up as well with a couple more wins. Pretty easy schedule, too, coming up. Then we've got the Browns, we've got the Lions, then the Seahawks, and then the Packers coming in at 9, 10, 11. Number 12, the Tampa Bay Bucks, 2-0. I told you, I love Baker Mayfield. I love Baker Mayfield. Game one, he won. Game two, he won. No interceptions, 490 yards, and 3 TDs. Looking pretty good, the Bucks, number 12. Then we have the Green Bay Packers, who's coming off an emotional loss at Atlanta where they had that game. Next week, look to fade them with the Saints coming into town, plus the 1.5, the early line. Love betting against teams coming off emotional road losses, and especially when they lose at the end of the game. Then we've got the Cincinnati Bengals. I told you they always start slow. They're 0-2, but they'll get back to business shortly. And believe me, the Bengals will be there come playoff time. Jets took a big hit with losing Aaron Rodgers. That's why they're down from number 3 in our rankings, way down to 15, 16 now. But their defense will hang into games, and the Jets will be there come playoff time, I'm telling you. Then we got the Saints. Let's see what the Saints do tonight against the Carolina Panthers. They should get an easy win tonight with Derek Carr behind that. He's, very, very credible Derek Carr. And the Saints, they come off with an impressive victory tonight and stand 2-0 with not an easy game, but the Packers on deck, and they go 3-0 the next week. The Saints will be in the top 10. Then the Rams. Rams surprisingly playing well, underrated. And one of the teams you definitely want to you'll get value out of this year betting. Rams got the cover. Bring on the field goal unit with 4 seconds left? No, I mean, come on, 7.5. We had them. I'll thank you, Sean McVay, for bringing the field goal team out. Thank you. Then the Falcons 2-0. Desmond Ridder 30-0 at home. He's never lost a home game dating back to college. Falcons, pretty good. Then the Chargers. I told you, the worst coach in the NFL, Brandon Staley. He always goes for 4th down. Always. 4th and 1 at the Tennessee 44-yard line, and he decides to punt. Worst coach ever, Brandon Staley. Chargers, trash. Giants, they would be in the bottom of the rankings, but 28-point barrage comeback against the Cardinals. They beat them with a field goal, so we got to put them on the top 20, I guess. Giants, they'll get better as the season goes, though. They'll be strong. Then we got the Titans. Titans are always underrated. Another team I'll be backing, you'll get value with this season betting. Then the Steelers, who I'm backing tonight against the Browns. Steelers plus the 2. They'll hang in there. They'll get a win tonight against the Browns. They're plus 2. Vikings are trash. Vikings and Chargers, I've been telling you for years, are the most overrated teams to bet in the NFL. Vikings, no defense whatsoever. And their offense, Kirk Cousins, turns the ball over too much. That's why the Vikings are so low in the power rankings. Commanders 2-0. What a comeback against Denver. And they could be a higher ranking, and I'm going to put them higher if they win again next week. Washington, solid. Patriots, a team you could fade all year long. They had their spread run. They had their spread run for years. Patriots, garbage. Tough AFC. Wouldn't be surprised if the Patriots had a losing record this year. Colts, Anthony Richardson looked good. He looked good again yesterday. And the Colts, if they got a weak division. They could be sneaky good. Then we got the Raiders, and then the most disappointing team of the year, the Denver Broncos. 0-2. 0-2. And they're both at home against the Raiders and the Commanders. Both games at home, and the Broncos are 0-2. By far the most disappointing team this year in the NFL. Then the Bears. What can you say about the Bears? I mean, the Bears. And they got KC next week. That's 0-3 for Chicago. Then we got the Arizona Cardinals, which 2-0 against the spread. That's all I care about. You're going to get value with the Cardinals all year long. Here are the teams that are 2-0 against the spread this year. Eagles, Bucks, Cardinals, Packers, Ravens, and Titans. All teams that are going to offer you good value this year when betting. Then we got Carolina, and then we got Houston. I mean, they have no offensive lines, no defensive lines. They're very weak. They have no great skill position players. They'll be in the bottom all year.